All right, feeling that last-minute TOEFL pressure? I get it. The test is just one day away. But hey, you're in exactly the right place. Think of this as your final 24-hour survival guide. We're working to tackle the trickiest grammar points. Let's get you ready to crush it. Yep, that clock is ticking, loudly. The big day is practically here. And if you're kind of freaking out, wondering, where do I even start with grammar right now? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Look, this is not about trying to cram the entire English language into your brain. No way. This is about being smart and focusing on the right things. We're going to take all that last-minute panic and channel it, turn it into a powerful, point-scoring strategy. Let's do this. Okay, first things first. Let's jump right into trap number 1, subject-verb mismatches. Oh yeah, the TOEFL loves to do this. They'll try to hide the real subject of a sentence, hoping you'll get confused. But you know what? Not today. We're not falling for it.
Okay, have a look at this classic example right here. Neither the employees nor the supervisor, aware of the policy change. So what do you think? What goes in that blank? Is it were, are, have been, or was? Take a second, think about it.
And the correct answer is, drumroll please, D, was. Now, did you get it? If you paused for a second, or maybe even got it wrong, don't sweat it. You're definitely not alone. This is a perfect example of how they try to trick you.
So here's the secret little rule that cracks this whole thing open. Whenever you see pairs like neither nor or either or, the verb just has to agree with whatever noun is closest to it. It's that simple. So in our sentence, supervisor is the closest noun. Supervisor is singular, right? So the verb has to be singular. Was. See? Once you know that trick, you'll spot it every single time. All right, you're warmed up. Let's move on to trap number 2, those tricky tenses. Now, the good news here is you do not need to be a grammar professor who's memorized every single tense. Nope, the secret is just learning to spot the little signal words that basically tell you which answer to pick. So, let's give this one a shot. By the time the conference begins, the guest speaker, something something, the revised presentation. Okay, you see the 4 options. Which one just feels right to you? Okay, the correct answer here is C, will have completed. Now, this is one of those that can really stump people, but just like before, there's a secret signal hidden right there in the sentence. So what's the signal? It's that little phrase right at the beginning, by the time. When you see that, it tells you we're talking about 2 things in the future, and one of them, finishing the presentation, is going to be done before the other one, the conference starting. For that very specific situation, you need a special tense, the future perfect. And that's always will have plus the past participle. So, will have completed.
You are doing great. Seriously. Let's keep this momentum going with trap number 3, broken structures. This all comes down to one big idea, keeping your sentences nice and balanced. The fancy word for it is parallelism, and let me tell you, the people who make the TOEFL test are obsessed with it.
Okay, check out this sentence. Successful applicants must be organized, motivated, and then you have a blank. So what comes next? The whole game here is to make that third item in the list match the first 2. It's all about consistency.
So you just have to find the one that continues that pattern. And the one that does it perfectly is C, able to work efficiently.
And here's why that works. That rule, parallel structure, just means everything in a list has to be the same type of word. Organized is an adjective, motivated is an adjective, and able to work efficiently, well, that whole phrase acts like an adjective too. It's describing the applicants. So it keeps the sentence perfectly balanced. See? Adjective, adjective, adjective-like phrase.
And hey, speaking of structure, here's a super quick bonus round. This one trips up so many people. Despite versus although. It's easy. Just remember, despite is followed by a thing, a noun, like despite the traffic. But although needs a full mini-sentence with a subject and a verb, although the traffic was heavy. Just knowing that one little difference, that can be an easy point right there. Okay, you've totally got the handle on the common traps, so you ready to level up? Let's get into some advanced pattern recognition.
This is the stuff that can really separate you from the pack and help you grab those top-tier points.
All right, take a deep breath and look at this one. It looks weird, right? Not until the final results were announced, and then it's like a jumble of words. They realized? Did they realize? What is even happening here? This looks all backward.
And the answer, which I know probably feels totally wrong, is B, did they realize? I know, it sounds like a question. But let's break down why this weird, backward-sounding sentence is actually the only one that's correct. The whole secret, the entire clue, is in the first two words, not until. Whenever a sentence kicks off with a negative phrase like this, or things like never have I, or rarely do we, it's like a secret alarm goes off. It tells you a special grammar rule is about to happen. And that special rule is called inversion. And all it means is that we flip the normal subject and verb around. So instead of saying they realized, the sentence structure flips to did they realize, almost like you're asking a question. It's just a fancy way to add emphasis, and spotting it shows you really know your stuff.
Okay, so we've spotted the traps, we've cracked the advanced codes, but how do you actually use all this when you're sitting in the test center and the clock is ticking? Simple. You need a game plan. And here it is, your 4-step attack plan for any grammar question. First, and this is crucial, read the entire sentence. Don't rush. Second, find the core of the sentence, the main subject and the main verb. Third, go on a hunt for those little signal words we talked about. Words like than, despite, not only. And finally, step 4, start eliminating the answer choices that are obviously broken. This way, you're not just guessing, you're making a smart, strategic choice.
And before we wrap up, I've got one last little gem for you, a real pro-level tip. It's called the subjunctive. Basically, after phrases like it is essential that or I demand that, you use the simple base form of the verb. So it's not arrives, it's arrive. It might sound a little weird, but it's totally correct, and it shows a really deep command of English grammar.
Wow, we've covered a ton of ground in just a few minutes, right? We've turned these confusing grammar traps into simple, easy-to-spot rules. It just proves that with the right strategy, you absolutely can master the tricky parts of the TOEFL. So as you go into that test, I want you to think about this. What other hidden rules, just like the ones we've uncovered today, are just waiting for you to find them and unlock your absolute highest score? You've totally got this. Go get them!